Local recording here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're into the picks and bans. TCM up against Anexis. Let's get them summoner blockers up. But TCM gotta win this game, Mr. Bird. And, you know, you're talking a little bit about some of those other teams. Young Buck on Uncle Records. I mean, again, a lot of big names coming back through the times. Like, we've seen some Season 1 guys, Season 2. And Nexus, of course, was there for the Season 3 qualifiers back in January. TCM, I mean, they're not exactly new to the scene either, but I hear that some of their rosters having some issues.
Yeah, we do have TCM. Unfortunately, the manager is actually playing in for the jungler role right now. Broken Shard, who was the jungler for TCM most of the time through the quarterfinals, semifinals, and round of 16, unfortunately could not make it out today. Best wishes to him, because I know he has been struggling with some health issues. Hopefully he'll be okay for the next time. But yeah, we're going to be...
Nope, sorry.
We're going to be seeing Rilios coming in the jungle yet again, and I think we're going to see some interesting picks, if anything.
I only see 2 bans.
I only see 2 bans.
I'm asking Erotic if they actually did ban out all 3. So, nope, that's not a bug.
So Zed
You forgot to ban here.
That Thresh blank.
Fine.
Kha'Zix, Twist of Fate, Shen for TCM. So that's present over there. J4 actually being picked up by TCM. They're going to deny that jungle Erotic with the J4, so not surprising from there. And next is thinking about picks. They're going to go either with a Garen pick or a Teemo pick or something like that. I wouldn't mind seeing some like Mac Noon action Teemo jungle-ish, if anything.
2 bans from Anexis. And the first ban coming out from TCM, Kha'Zix. Not exactly surprising. We did see game number 1. I think it was a 14-3 and 12, 14-2 and 12. Kha'Zix. Yep. That was extremely powerful. He was basically 5 item by the 25-minute mark, and that is extremely scary to deal with. Just so much damage. So nice respect ban coming out there. Twisted Fate, Shen, the very similar bans from game number 1 as well. Do not want to deal with a global comp. And once again, Anexis forgot to ban a 3rd hero. So.
Ooh, that is going to be dangerous, but then again, the Sona and the Zyra being picked up, not surprising. The Ezreal, though, is the surprising one for the EU series. NA, I think we saw Ezreal's at the end of everything.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 2 of them, so that was crazy. Ezreal not really sought out as a pick anymore, just because how the meta's really changed for ADCs. The damage output is very, very crucial at that mid game to late game go. That's why you see Misfortune, that's why you see Varus, that's why you see very good late game champions like Kog'Maw as well, and Twitch really work out as really great champions in that bottom lane. And we are going to be seeing that Caitlyn for the first time in quite a while for the EU side. Caitlyn versus the Ezreal, that's going to be the lane matchup we're going to see about.
Yeah, Varus, Misfortune, and even Ezreal seem to be outranking Caitlyn's here in the LCS EU. But as you said, we did have a lot of Caitlyn and Ezreal yesterday, as well as Misfortune. Not really so much Varus on the NA side, but each to their own. Different metas across the ponds from each other. But Leo from Korea, maybe he was watching some of Falafel yesterday, because they pick up a Karthus. I'd be very interested to see if that ended up being a jungle Karthus or not.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a mid Karthus. I mean, I guess Overpower is like expanding his champion pool, because, you know, Overpower, lately what we've seen is either Rise, which is pretty much really big control, really big damage, and keeping that damage onto the team, or Assassination, which is Kha'Zix. I don't think he has played Zed, but he's played over a Katarina as well, and he's been doing a really good job with that role in mid. Again, at the Season 3 Spring Qualifiers, he's actually the jungler for Anexis Esports. He switched to the role of mid lane after a teammate left, actually, from the bottom lane, actually, the AD carry left from there. So very, very cool to see Anexis really coming in and reforming together to be this really awesome team that we're seeing. Who might take first, who might take second, we'll see if that actually happens, but they're at least going into the relegation tournament with some high hopes.
Well, we finished off some of the picks here from TCM, so with that Jarvan, I'm very convinced that that's going to be a jungle Jarvan, but we also got Fizz and Wukong. Haven't seen a Wukong in a while, although you know, last I checked, top lane, he can definitely do some damage up there. Now, I'll probably leave us with a Fizz mid. Now, the last pickup here for Anexis, we are thinking it is going to be a Lee Sin, so unfortunately, I'm not going to see myself a jungle Karthus like we saw yesterday on a Zingy. Oh, that is Zingy fun times. But yeah, Lee Sin off in the jungle yet again for Anexis, and that's very likely to be Karthus mid and at least top.
You'd think so, but
We'll see.
The sides do see that Erotic is Lee Sin. Okay, that's not surprising. The Fizz is actually just a straight up counter pick against Karthus in the middle. Fizz's damage output is going to be really, really strong with that Seastone Trident into all the other damages from just the kit alone before level 6. Adding on to level 6 with the shark or the fish, if you want to call it. The damage output is just immense, and unfortunately for Karthus players around the world, Fizz is not a really good thing to play against. It's a very, very strong champion. It has, well, that playful trickster that just does so much, and overall, it's just never a fun lane to face against. So, wouldn't be surprised to see, wow, if, yeah, that just happened.
Did it? What did?
Yeah. No, I mean the jungle pick and the mid pick and stuff.
Oh wow, you're right. I totally looked at us like, huh? What are you talking about? But yeah, okay, Jungle Karthus. I think that's listening to me. It's great times. I'm gonna take a quick look through runes and masteries, but I saw triple ignites for both teams this round.
Yeah, triple ignites going in for the team with TCM, and I mean they were playing 2 lane, and I'm not surprised seeing the barrier ignite. That's a usual thing I see from Fizzes out in the world.
Does Fizz normally go 30-0-0?
Yes and no.
I want to say no.
Not really? That's interesting to see.
Yeah, 30-0-0, the second 30-0-0 we've actually seen on the EU side, and it's not Overpower this time, it's Geo. So Nanook, I'm going to take a quick look at him, but it is going to be that jungle Karthus unless they're just not going to switch roles, because Overpower, I guess, could jungle with Ignite. I mean, we've seen it in ESL. You can't tell me otherwise.
I mean, I've done it in solo queue before where I had support have Ignite because, or not Ignite, support have Smite because, you know, sometimes you just have to give a leash to your jungler and it'll work out the same way either way. But yeah, Erotic going to be Jungle Karthus. Jungle Karthus, I think, was popularized a little bit in IPL 3, if I remember correctly.
Wow, now we're going back.
Yeah, it was a pretty long time ago, season 1, season 2 as well. It was brought to you by Epic. Epic started the whole just changing where Karthus was and everything. I remember Epic Gaming back in the day actually going not ADC Karthus, but you know, bot lane Karthus with the support and then just farming out in that way too. So trying to find ways to use Karthus to make sure that you get to that late game is very key. The only problem about jungle Karthus, I mean, the early game, it's pretty immense. You can clear fast, but that mid game, if he doesn't actually get kills or gets the assist or, you know, presses R to win, it's gonna be a really hard time because Erotic's gonna need that damage. You're gonna need that items to really do anything during this game.
So Jungle Karthus actually has pretty much like a tri-build going on with his masteries. So a little bit in terms of just each tree. Again, going to be very interested to see exactly how that's going to go out. You know, because the rise of the popularity with Karthus, especially Teleport Revive, which we did actually see back in January with Phantom Lord, I guess it doesn't make too much of a surprise that he can go off in that jungle. I just really didn't expect it on this side of the ocean.
Yeah,
I mean, Zingy, he's really well known for some of those builds, and that's kind of where I expected that to end.
Yeah, usually you do see that more on the NA side than the EU side, but I think it's kind of more of a fun thing for Anexis Esports right now, and more of a, well, it's game number 2, not game number 3. We're not banking everything on the line for this one.
Alright, so I did do a quick look at Overpower. He is going more offensive than defensive, and of course we did see our Jungle Karthus with the triple masteries. Other than that, nothing else really too surprising. We got some lifesteal bonuses, the gold per 5s on top of, well, the gold per 10s, I guess, on top of our supports. And now we are going to be loading in, once again, game number 2 of this best of 3 series. TCM gotta win it up against Anexis if they don't want to drop 2-0, but as people in chat have noticed, we might have a little bit of an issue with practice and the terms of our junglers. So hopefully TCM can actually pull through, get themselves into game number 3, because there's nothing more exciting than that, Bird.
Yeah, game number 3 would be very, very exciting to, well, see for sure. And we'll see how that will work out for the game, or for the team of TCM. On Anexis Esports side, we'll see how much damage, how much goodness will happen between the jungle Karthus and the Lee Sin middle that we didn't really talk about before. But that's actually a really good pick against the Fizz.
Yeah, Lee Sin mid, we're going the way of the Froggen at this point, but I mean, we're channeling a little bit of tabs as well. Fizz with Geo. Geo I thought did real good in that jungle last round. It's just, it kind of got overpowered by the end of it, with Overpow just kind of powering up, so to speak. Too many powers in that sentence.
Pow, what?
Pow, pow, pew, pew. Yeah, I said it.
Anyways, getting back into the game, I don't think a level 1 invade would be like very popular coming out from Anexis Esports, but they could do a good level 1 invade. Unfortunately, with jungle Karthus, they're gonna have to play it a little bit slower, so I don't think they're actually gonna do an invade. They're gonna probably go defense and then just try to block out from each other player. On the other hand, we have everybody just walking in for the team TCM Gaming. They're doing the same thing. They're going to just go on defense and make sure that they can secure the blue buff for that Relios.
And we do got actually a Fortitude pot to start off with our Lee Sin mid. We also got it up top on Zoller. Very common these days. Geo is going to be taking a little bit of flack here from Erotic, but you know, Erotic, he should be starting in and around his blue, so wasting all this mana on late waste, probably not going to be that much of an issue this early on. The problem is if this bottom lane comes up to sandwich him, I mean, Karthus is the most mobile of champions. And thank you, Ezreal. Time to leave you alone.
Yeah, you belong in the museum. Yeah, that's not surprising. Erotic, yeah, is only at 500 health technically. It doesn't have any like real big masteries in that health defensive tree. So Erotic's gonna go try to finish them up, and it could be a late invade, or it could be like I call this the 1200 Elo strat, where you just wait for the ADC and the support just to walk through river and then just snipe them in there at river. But no, they're gonna go for late invade, and it's a smart idea. Karthus isn't really the healthiest of champions in the jungle, so I mean,
it's a smart idea at all.
poking at Karthus is not a bad time, and yeah, we're gonna see some poke on Erotic. Overpow's gonna help out with the damage, and Overpow's actually gonna take a lot of damage in the beginning of this.
Yeah, he will. Roddick's actually going to eat that last Mystic shot. So, okay, maybe I'm going to give it to you there, Mr. Bird. Mixa and Nanook trying to do the long-range game, but that's Overpow getting into there. That's an Ignite on top of things. Don't know why he actually flashed back out, but top lane, Leo of Korea is actually going to drop to first blood against Zoller, so the lane swap did not work out whatsoever right there. Zoller's actually going to go down as well. Just to elaborate, we're still fighting here in this jungle. The flash comes out from Mixa. Nanook is still trying to pester these guys. In comes Geo, and that's going to be it for Overpow. Somehow this worked, and I don't have words ready to say why.
It's just a poke. TCM didn't actually want to get engaged upon. Well, once Lee Sin went right in with the Sonic Wave into Resonating Strike, everybody was saying, "Oh my God, this is not going to be a good idea." But overall, it worked out well for the game, for the team TCM, taking 2-for-1 advantage over there. Although over top lane, Caitlyn did have the free farm in CS, so Wukong is actually going to be in a really bad situation over in top lane.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that First Blood went down on top of Leo from Korea. Not entirely too sure how that happened, as we were kind of focused on that invade, but it did trade out 1-for-1 in the top. Fortunately, Geo finally came to his senses and said, "Oh, right, there's a fight over here in the blue." They weren't able to steal the blue, so Erotic does have it ready to go for his jungling. The problem is, as you said, he kind of has like 500 hit points. He's got to really chug through a lot of those potions just to stay current, but at the same time, he's also now only level 2. Look at Jarvan. I mean, Rulios is also level 3. He's going for his red now, so Karthus has been put really behind, as well as the other lanes that had to not go to lane just to stay around and help him.
Yeah, definitely, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen for the team of Anexis and TCM in that respective. Although now we're gonna see a level advantage, or level evening over at level 3 for both at the top. At that mid, Xaxis versus Geo. Ooh, that's a dangerous matchup. The Fizz versus Elise matchup is actually pretty cool to see. Yeah, Repel.
I mean, his bottom, he's getting destroyed.
And he did get destroyed over in bottom lane. Unfortunately, Rilios and everybody else at TCM going to be able to push down this turret really well.
But I did fall into that trap as well. I was like, wait, why is Lisa not mid? I do apologize, I didn't have the scoreboard set up. I was bugging Tiza all yesterday about that as well, so I fell into the same trap. But bottom tower going to go down 4.5 minutes in. Once again, the 3-man pressure with the help of the jungler after killing Overpower for the second time this game was just enough to overcome that. So we might see the swap go back, where we might see these guys rotate mid just to put on pressure against that Elise. I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility either. We have been seeing a lot of tower rushing throughout some of these qualifiers, though.
Yeah, I mean, the lane swaps slash the towers are getting in from like 2 top towers or for 2 bottom towers. It's been pretty similar in pretty much all the LCS play as well. I mean, there's times, I guess you can say cheesy, but it's really just strategic wins where you just get in there, you take control of the map, and then just take back control from there.
Erotic. Those hit points, man. Like, I think Mixka right now has more hit points to his name than Karthus does. And Karthus, without that level 6, just gonna die uselessly. They're off to the side, sitting at level 4. And I think that TCM's really taking advantage of the fact that because we have that Karthus jungler, there's real no pressure that they can bring into these lanes. Like, Jarvan can come in there with that hard CC, with that gap closer. And I've only really seen a Zingy kind of successfully do it with Karthus, as we saw yesterday in Falafel Gaming. And because of that, I mean, we're not switching lanes. We don't care about top. It's still alive. Bottom lane's pushed all the way to their second tower, and they're up 4-1. So TCM, I mean, they're taking this game for all it's worth.
Yeah, this could be the game TCM actually going to take away, but Nexus, I mean, they're going to be able to push down this tower over in top lane finally. They're probably going to rotate the mid and make sure that they have tier 1 turret over there as well. And it's going to be just a really push-pull kind of thing for now. A lot of actions keep on happening in Karthus' jungle, just because it's jungle Karthus and you want to deny jungle Karthus pretty early. Hopefully we'll see that keep on going for TCM, because if they keep on doing this tactic to deny Karthus levels, deny Karthus damage, it's going to be pretty good for them in the later run of this game.
I did just realize that because we did take down Karthus, the red and the blue got refreshed on Jarvan, so he still has them for half of their duration. In fact, because he's going to have them for another half of their duration, it's almost going to be like, it's going to be permanent because they're about to come up as well. Overpower is going to be trying to grab the kill on top of Mixka. Doesn't quite work. Mixka is going to drop real low because of it, but so will Erotic. He did eat that last Mystic shot, and Overpower is not exactly looking so healthy either. But Celever is finally down here with Leo from Korea. Oh, that's going to be the Shark as Geo comes in looking to burst down Leo. Not entirely too sure he will, but yes, he will grab the kill. He's going to trade it out, though, and Celever is now here. I didn't see Zyra actually throw off any kind of damage, but the double kill comes out. Nanook, he's not looking so healthy. What a great play as we grab the triple there from Celever. Overpower's going to safeguard away using Celever as a post. Rulios is now coming in. Wow, he actually is going to grab that kill with that last auto with his, I think that was his
Dragon
Q?
Strike.
Yeah, the Dragon Strike. And by the time everything's done, Zoller just kind of has free reign top, but so much death in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and Celever in the midst of all that action, going 4-0-1. Let's see his gold, 2600. I'm guessing no, 1600. I'm totally off on that one, but definitely going to have a pretty good item coming up for the next fight. Although on the other hand, Ezreal 43 CS has a 2-1-2 or has an advantage in the items right now with that Blade of the Ruin King.
Well, it's almost that Blade of the Ruin King, but 8 minutes in and he nearly has it completed. That could lead into some really early aggression from him.
Yeah, it's just because the Boots 2 was built up Berserker Greaves, so that's 900 gold, if I remember correctly, being used up right there. So that's unfortunate for on the bot lane. But I mean, Boots plus a BF sword, that's not really a bad deal. Probably built into a Bloodthirster first just to finish the game really quickly. And I mean, when I say I dislike seeing that from Caitlyn, I still dislike that BT's being built out on her. But in this situation where you just want to keep on pushing, you want to keep on taking advantages, I mean, it's not a bad way to go.
So because of the swap, we do got Overpower up here, up against Zoller, and against all odds, somehow a 1-3.5 creep Overpow is able to grab the kill on top of the monkey. Now we did have the shark go out. It's not going to hit anyone. Zaxxas is going to kind of be one-on-one with that gladiator ring up against Jarvan, and now that's going to be the double as Erotic finally puts a kill on the board for him. And somehow we have started slipping away from this advantage that TCM so carefully set up.
It's just because the Erotic is at this part now that he has Requiem, he has a little bit of damage, and he has, well, some sustain coming up over here. But now we have TCM trying to just push away at the turrets over there. I mean, TCM, they have the advantage in the sense that they had it for the gold for a little bit, but now they're going to be giving that back away, and probably these kills for bottom lane.
Oh, that true shot. Wow, that repel perfectly timed. Not going to land the true shot from Nanook. He's got to be mad about that. Cocoon, however, he will jump over with the arcane shift. Nice pickup there from Nanook, but Migska just sitting around as well. I was curious to see if they're using him as bait, but that was actually a really nice play down there from Nanook, able to pick that one up. Now, unfortunately, Celerid can't really stick around because he has already used that flash. He did use it to get out of the crescendo. That might not have hit anyways. But either way, he couldn't really afford to stick around. Does not have nearly the same mobility as that Ezreal. And Erotic's is going to be minding mid at this point. But still, a little bit of friendly chatter coming down. Geo, however, is saying, oh, look, it's a feeding time. And Erotic is going to drop. We do have that R. And I'm not too sure that's going to be enough to take down Geo. No, it's not nearly enough to take down Geo.
Yeah, I mean, Erotic only has a Spirit Stone and Amplifying Gem. That's it. Doesn't really have that much damage. And with Jungle Karthus is just so super hard if you can't get into that mid-game status with at least Stork Shoes or something like that, plus a little bit of damage as well, like Hot Guys or just anything. And unfortunately, that's nothing for Karthus right now. He does pick up the Spectral Wraith, which is actually a pretty good item that we saw yesterday from Jungle Karthus of the NA. So we'll see how that will work out for the EU.
Yeah, also solo lane Vladimir picked that one up. Leo from Korea trying to throw out some counter damage here. That true shot is going to be enough for bring it down for Migska, but Zaxxas comes in out of nowhere and double kill comes out for his Celery. He's sitting at 6-0-1 and 100 creeps. Caitlyn is starting to become a little overpowered, but there's the 11-minute Blade of the Ruined King for Nanook as well. So 3-2-3 and 82 creeps later, he's actually doing well for himself. But yeah, we should be able to see that Bloodthirster come out fairly soon. Geo is likely dead. I want to say dead, but Trickster always comes in. It's good fun times. The Cyclone's going to go up there from Zoller. That's going to be the flash from Erotic and the Ignite. But I think Zoller should be able to finish this one up. And yes, he will be able to take down Karthus. I wonder if you could actually be able to take down Zaxxas as well. Nice Cocoon though. Overpow comes in from the back. He finishes off Fizz. Not entirely too sure what he was doing there. And now Zoller's going to be running for it. Nice ward for the safeguard. Overpow, come on, can you land the Sonic Wave? Yes, he doesn't need to, but I think that was a little bit of a stutter step coming out from Wukong. I think he knew he was toast.
Yeah, he was just laughing all the way at the end. Zaz is going to go on Migza. He's going to have to repel and go try to get away from this one. Yeah, Migza cannot get this kill unless he can flash for Crescendo. No, it doesn't even have flash. Doesn't even have
They
that
just
crescendo.
used the flash to get the Crescendo.
Oh, that Spider Lady. What can you do about it?
That top lane turret that went down? I believe so. Blue team is the only one down. So, alright, Overpower, he's come back very nicely into this. He's sitting at 3-3-3. He was sitting at 1-3 before. He has the double Dorans, has himself the Vamp Scepter, no boots. But didn't matter too much for Zoller. That narrow corridor just really couldn't get away, and we had so many wards out there as well. So, yeah, 12-10, that lead for TCM just definitely has evaporated by now as we've taken the gold lead with Anexis. Game number 2. It's a very important game for TCM, and I thought maybe they're off to a really great start for their comeback. I'm not going to say it's over quite yet, but the evidence is a little overwhelming.
Yeah, for now we're going to see TCM just play a little bit more defensive, although playing defensive with a Fizz is like playing defensive with a Zed. You don't really do that. So we're going to see how that's going to work out for Geo over that mid. Other than that, Wukong has been doing a decent job, 79 CS compared to the counterpart, which is overpowered this time, 51, and over that mid, 50 to 76 on the CS card. Fizz is doing a really good job against the Elise, but Ezreal's going to need to do some good things. Unfortunately, the Ruined King can only do so much in this mid game, and while Caitlyn actually building into Affinity Edge, despite my dismay over there, that's a really good thing for the Caitlyn because she's just going to push down towers and that really works out well with that.
Well, Caitlyn kind of exploded with cash. She's sitting at 6-0-1, 7 of the 12 kills she's been part of. We don't have that press R, I guess, from Erotic. Didn't bother using it, but he does drop. Again, very low base hit points. And yeah, the Spirit of the Spectre Wraith doesn't exactly deal with that. Does give him a little bit of vamp, and that's about it. Leo from Korea is going to drop despite the Strangle Throne. Really nice play from GeoGeo. And was that bottom turret actually going down? Celiver, what a monster. He's just been left alone to his own devices, and at the same time, he's just gaining so much extra global gold for his team. That's going to be a repel here from Zaxxas. In between towers, still able to land the kill. Rulio's now going to be on the hunt. We do got the ace in the hole coming out. It will be the double because of it before Rulio's finally does take down the spider. Really nice gameplay from both teams right there. But TCM GeoGeo, there's no ignite on him, but we do have a press R to win. That Trickster was just a little too timed on the wrong end of things, so he will drop. But 14-15, still holding the gold lead. Anexis is having fun this match, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. Nexus has been doing a pretty fun time, especially with that Requiem at the end. I just wanted to go back to that Sona kill. Yeah, they knew that Zaz was going to go down, but Sulliver coming into the play, ace in the hole from pretty much max range, locking that in, and Sona never had a chance. That was a really, really smart play coming out from Nexus, and they judged out the damage. They knew that they had it, and they went in and killed it.
15-14, and it's 15 minutes in. Definitely a very different pace of game that we have been seeing in the promotional series. Usually we see like 40-minute games with something like 20 to 30 kills. This, however, has 29 kills in 15 minutes. We have a Caitlyn who not only finished up the Infinity Edge, but a Zeal at the 15-minute mark. She's 6-0-2 and leading the pack with Crepes at 153. She's pushed down the top tower, and both bottom has helped out with kills and is just being all-around badass at this game.
Oh my gosh, that crit coming on the GeoGeo is already at half health. Now I'm going to try to finish it up, ace in the hole. Not going to hit it online, but oh my gosh.
Oh, that was a clone.
so taking out. No, I mean, Fizz, how much damage he just took from just 2 shots of Celebrate.
Oh, now this could be the downside. Oh, that barrier is going to be the only thing keeping him up, but it's not going to be enough, as we did have an Ignite ticking down there as well. So much for that streak. Wukong grabbing the double on top of things, so yeah, despite that early pressure, here comes Overpower. Not entirely too sure he's going to land it. Nope, he's not. Now Zoller's just going to kind of bait him away, but that's going to be a Dragon Kick and the Ignite, so Overpower's going to be able to pick that one up. Oh, if he had landed that Q, would have been a nice double on top of Migska, but he's not done yet. We got Zaxxas here as well, maybe looking for the Repel. It will be the Repel, and the last shot as Overpower's going to tank out that turret. Erotic, however, is going to be finding Nanook. Nanook is going to miss the Mystic shot, and my game froze.
Oh.
And there we go, it's back.
Okay. Yeah, we did see Erratic just fall down yet again to Nanook, so that's a pretty good one. Now Zatsu getting chased down by GeoGeo. GeoGeo, can you finish up the kill? He's gonna go kill the Spiderling, then yeah, the Spider Lady will get away.
Yeah, he doesn't have Flash. That's one of the downsides that GeoGeo is rocking, because he does have Barrier, he does have Ignite, so you know, it's a bit of mix of defense, a bit of mix of offense. There's no Flash, however, it does kind of limit that mobility, especially against something like Zaxxas with the repels, with the spider form speed increase, with the Flash. It's kind of hard to catch them when you don't have the same footing.
Yeah, definitely, and we do see GeoGeo going on there for Sulliver, but Sulliver is going to be re-engaged upon on no takes so much damage, but GeoGeo should be able to finish the kill on Sulliver, no problem. And now we do see press R to win. It should be, yeah, Erotic taking out that kill, and 1-for-1 trade overall, but a great job kicking up and killing that Caitlyn. That is now 6-2-3.
Yeah, and Nanook actually dropped extremely low from that Karthus ult as well. Karthus has himself a tier, strangely enough, but on top of the Spectre Wraith, he also has a needlessly large rod, so a bit of a shaky start for our jungle Karthus. 3-5-1 is what he's ended up. He has now cracked 3 digits on the creep, but Zoller is not going to fool Overpower, but that's going to be a Cyclone and a Flash. That should be enough for him to get away, but unfortunately it is just, you know, all of his cards being played in that hand. He will live, but it's going to cost some cooldowns.
Yeah, definitely, and now we do see Relios over in the mid, going to try to catch up onto Zazos. Zazos says, no, please do not try to kill me, and we're going to see the backup of the team of the Anexis Esports over that mid. Hopefully we'll see some good damage coming out from this Karthus coming soon, and he does have an immensely large rod. He has that here, the guys building up, and he has the damage coming out really soon.
Yeah, really nice pick off on top of Rulios there. Roddick going to come in from the back, but that's going to be the dunk from Rulios. That was hilarious to watch. Unfortunately, he's going to pay for it with overpound. Nanook is there in the back, and that was the ace in the hole, I think, on top of Geo. Geo coming kind of out of nowhere, but Nanook kind of a little bit out of position. He's kind of stuck in that corridor. Now he's going to be able to walk out of it. Does have himself the blue, so a lot of spam can come his way from Mystic Shots, from Essence Fluxes. In fact, does he even have anything? No, he doesn't have any Essence Fluxes, because I don't think I've seen an Essence Flux yet, and it's because he doesn't have it. He also has himself that Lightbringer, Last Whisper, and no boots. No boots.
I mean, you can afford to do that just because you have like Arcane Shift, and you're just pretty much a damage dealer. You're not really anything else other than trying to use your mobility to get into fights. Nanook using that, you know, mentality, just becoming a siege champion. Just going to keep on sieging on the turret, sieging onto the team. Plus, on top of that, he does a Blade of Ranking, so he'll be able to duel if need be for a little bit longer. The only other thing that I like about Nezreal's build is, yeah, the Essence Flux not being used. It kind of reminds me of Chris Kopp, actually, when he made his Ezreal build. He leveled up his Essence Flux before the changes where he had the attack speed debuff or attack speed slow. He leveled that up like at level 13, level 14 because it's just a little bit useless of mana. It doesn't really help out the team so much in the game.
Well, I mean, yeah, the meta has really changed, especially with those Ezreal nerfs way back in the day. Overpow's going to get cut out here by Zoller. Very surprised if he actually won that out, but the clone is going to be enough to take him down. Oh, okay, that's it for Zoller. Press R to win. Always got to remember, there's a Karthus on the team, and he will take you down even if you win. So, nice pick up there, 4 and 6 for that Karthus, but I mean, again, that was pretty much just everything on the cards from Zoller as well. That was the Ignite, that was his ult, the clone. Overpow, despite getting caught, still nearly took him out, and that's just kind of a testament to how powerful Lee Sin is right now. He has the Bloodthirster, the Giant Spell, still no boots from him, but a Chain Vest on top of things. We might actually even see a Sunfire.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Sunfire Cape, but I was about to say, the whole team of Anexis Esports not going to build boots, but here we go with the engage. They're going to win Leon Korea, and it should be taken down. Ooh, Celever going to be taken down on the side as well. Gio trying to finish that one up. He's going to go bury in, and he's going to use that Trident to go in there onto Celever. Now we're going to see Rulios going to be chased down by Zaz. Should be able to get the kill, and maybe even a double kill.
Overpow with the blind Q, able to take it down, but Nanook is finally going to be putting down Zaxxas as we got a Phantom Dancer coming out here from Caitlyn. So Mixka and Nanook are going to be the two that get out of that one alive. And it was a 2-for-3 exchange. Somehow we still have a kill advantage here for TCM, but they do not have that gold advantage.
Yeah, that's kind of in testament to the towers. There's no dragons or anything. We're just seeing a lot of battles and brawls. And oh, can they get it?
Had he gone forward, might have found himself a tasty Ezreal snack, but not going to be the case this round. Erotic still actually hasn't finished up any of those other items, still sitting on the needlessly large. But again, like his R is starting to slowly bring him back a lot of those kills that is going to make up for his early game. And on top of all things, I'm looking at Fizz. He has himself the Seekers, he has the Lichbane on top of that. So with that Trident jump, or that Trident dash and the Trickster and all that, he is going to be hitting like a truck when he does come back down off of it. And Overpow is going to take some damage, but it's going to be Zyra kind of just putting up the interference there.
Yeah, I mean, Overpow is just going to keep on doing what he's going to do. Dissipate, safeguard before he actually hits up with the Resonant Strike, and just go right in. But Gio doing a really good job to initiate this fight.
Ooh, that was a really nice playful Trickster. It does not matter at all. Overpow jumps in, grabs the kill. That's going to be it for Mix, as somehow it's just way too much damage. He does have that Phantom Dancer as well as the IE. That's going to be the Spider as well as Ace and Hole. Almost going to be a kill. Rulios is going to come in. He's going to have to Dragon Strike out though. And that did not look at all very comfortable for TCM.
No, I mean, the only thing that was really comfortable was Fizz going right in, but again, with that flash not being onto Fizz, he couldn't really jump right out, so that was a problem right there. And that's going to be 2 turrets down for TCM game at the mid, going to take out the tier 1 and the tier 2 in that point.
Zoller is deciding maybe he's just going to recall in base. So I hear that's the thing to do these days. But now he's going to jump in. There's that clone as well. It's going to drop real quick there to the Defile. Gio's going to get hit by the Cocoon. Really nice stop from Anexis, but Nanook, they're going to have to really carefully jump over these cupcakes traps. and they are going to get it. There's the dunk as we do trade out kills. GOG, however, is going to pay for it with his life. The Nuke's still trying to do some interference and some long-range damage, but a nice crescendo. Unfortunately, it's just not going to matter enough, as the Nexus at this point, I think, is a little too strong for TCM to do a head-on like that.
Yeah, definitely, and we're going to see Nexus just pushing for this middle inhibitor, probably pick up the middle inhibitor turret as well, and just push in pretty much for the win, although they won't actually win out. This push, they can win out in like the next second or 2-3 pushes from now for now. Or they're going to go really, really Bay Life and try to finish up this game now.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did go for the Nexus, but unfortunately the creeps just aren't on their side. They can't really tank it at this point. There's the home guard boots coming in. Geo picks up 1 kill, and that's it. So Celeber is going to grab the double. The True Shot Barrage brings it down to like no hit points. Fortunately, they don't have a Karthus, so he's going to get out of this one. But Overpow, just before he goes down, he does grab that inhibitor, and now we are going to be turn and tail here for Anexis. How did Celeber live? He had like literally 10 hit points.
Yeah, he went down all the way to 7, and it's like, oh, hey, I'm about to die. And Celeber just totally full retreated off of that one. Although he didn't use a flash, so he has everything up and ready. Celeber probably going to use some lifesteal. Yep, he's going to lifesteal off of the wolves and then be okay for a little bit longer.
So Dragon's going to be attempted here. I'm fairly sure at this point Ezreal can probably just finish it up. And again, we've seen Ezreal, he does have the 2-2 boots now, but after a Blade of the Ruined King, it seems to be the more popular option now to go for a Trinity Force, and Ezreal does have himself that Sheen. So a little bit of extra gold in his pocket. He's sitting right now at about 1,000, so he might be able to finish up that Zeal by the time he goes back, or if he does farm out a little bit more of the Phage. I'd be actually very, very surprised if the Sheen went into like a Glacial Fist or something else. But yeah, we have been seeing the resurgence of Trinity Force after Blade of the Ruined Kings on Ezreal lately.
Yeah, Trinity Force is a pretty good item, although it's still nerfed in status because of the Phage nerf, which is really big. But yeah, we'll see how that works. Juju should be getting this assassination onto Erotic, no problem, but Juju uses E, plus the whole team in Nexus there saying, please stop camping this Karthus.
I was expecting a Karthus R, but it just did not come to pass. We're going to throw out the True Shot Barrage just to check out Baron. Lee Sin is having a go at it. No one else. Maybe just dancing with him. That's going to be the bait. Zoller's going to take it. The Crescendo's going to be enough to take down Leo, and Rulio's actually enough to take down Overpow. But in the backside, it's going to be Celeber taking out that Ezreal with her auto attacks. The Ace in the Hole did come out as well. Celeber not exactly healthy at this point, but he did win out that fight. Yeah, it's kind of hard to deal with those 3 items.
Is Celeber gonna do what I think he's gonna try to do? I think he's push bottom. No, he's like, I was thinking he's gonna go XPK and actually try to finish the turret, but no, he's just gonna go double golems, wait for that XPK moment actually, and just, chill out, or just go back. Okay, Celeber just doing his thing.
55% crit on Celeber. You saw those crits. The lifesteal is really going to be ticking down very nicely for him with that Vamp Scepter. I'm curious to see what he's going to turn the Vamp Scepter into. I suspect a Bloodthirster, and it might actually be the next item on top of things. But no, it's going to be another Zeal after the Phantom Dancer, so a Static Shiv is going to come his way.
Or another Phantom Dancer, which is another kind of work thing that works. And I mean, either way, he wants to get that 100% crit with that IE. That's actually pretty cool to see. I mean, it's cool to see for the enemy teams like TCM Gaming, because they're going to take like 100% crit each and every time. But it's something really cool to see from the team of Nexus Esports perspective.
Oh yeah, if he does get that into a Phantom, it'll be 85% crit. He is rocking something stupid right now, 65, but yeah, if you do upgrade it to the Phantom, you get another 20 out of it. I mean, the Static Shiv, I think, would have made a bit more damage-wise, but yeah, I mean, if you're going for 100% crit build, sure, we'll take a Phantom. And during all that, Baron Nashor is going to drop, Geo's going to come in here, tries to take down Erotic. Erotic will drop. We do got the press R to win. That should come out, or not. That's cool too. Defile. It's all good, but that's going to lead into a triple kill here for Wukong. The Nuke not looking so health, but look at that health transfer from the Blade of the Ruined King. That's going to be it for him, though. And the only survivor out of that one's going to be Rulio's, and maybe not for that much longer. Wow, triple for a triple, and the ace for 3. Anexis and the Baron making the plays.
I think that was actually an unofficial quadra kill coming up from Celeber. And yeah, this should be the end of the game, actually. Great job by Anexis just closing this one out. Silver is, well, I will say a beast on that Caitlyn today. Going 16-3-9, rocking out the win.
38 to 33, something of a huge anomaly in terms of games these days, but over 70 kills this game in 28 minutes. And actually we're not done yet, as it seems that Anexis is really intent on trying to end this game. There we go, finally. But over 70 kills in 29 minutes, definitely one of the faster paced games that we have seen. I know that a lot of people in chat are saying, not the professional, you want to see better attitudes from these guys. I think they had fun this game. They've all qualified anyways. It's all for seeding. And of course, TCM isn't at full strength capacity. So cut them some slack, guys.
Yeah, I mean, they're having fun with it for sure. Peke at the end, great job by Overpower finish up on the last little kills. But overall, I mean, Nexus just showed out the worth of the first game. They said they wanted to capture it down, and then the second game, I mean, they eased off the pedal a little bit, but easing off the pedal a little bit still netted them win. So really good stuff coming out from Nexus for this round.
Alright, so we will present to you Anexis, the champions, first place standing of the EU LCS Promotional Qualifiers. Best of luck to all teams coming up in May with those relegation tournaments, and we might see some new blood coming into the second half of this year for the LCS. I'm extremely excited to see those results, Mr. Bird, but it has been a pleasure to host out all these games for Riot here on the EU LCS. Big thanks to Riot Aborson reaching out and saying, hey, you do good work. Let's see what you can do here. And of course, my brilliant co-caster, Mr. Bird, the L3 IRD. Where can people find you out there, bro?
You can find me on Twitch and on Twitter, twitter.com/L3IRD. On Facebook, though, you have to change it up just a little bit, facebook.com/L3IRD Gaming. It's been a really fun one. I want to thank also Riot Borson for doing this awesome gesture to bring us in as casters to cast these games and keep it going. And we always want to give you content, as a League of Legends summoner and as a community member as well. We always want to get the cast up for you guys to see and, for everybody to hear.
Now, hopefully you guys have enjoyed yourselves. If you did like what you hear, hit the follow button. You can find me out there on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, the FourCourtJester. Yesterday's games are actually up on YouTube. I'm bringing them public just after this, so if you do want to see a Nexus versus Dexter, it was 3 games, best of 3, 2 really evenly matched setups going head-to-head. So if you want to check that out this, I guess, EU afternoon/NA morning, feel free to do so. And if you do like what you hear, hit the subscribe button. Once again, thank you to Riot. Congratulations to the teams. It has been a pleasure from this side of the pond. FourCourtJester and Bird, we'll see you guys this afternoon if you're still up, as we're going to be also covering the NA finals. And we saw some really excellent games yesterday, so hopefully you will stick around, and we'll see you then.